Hey, I'm Brett Manning with Singing Success, and this is tip number 1 of the 12 tips of Christmas. And today we're talking about warm up during weather change. Now, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, it's allergy season, or it's the first frost of the year, and my voice feels terrible. And I say, good. Does it hurt to swallow? No. Doesn't hurt to swallow. Are you straining? No. I said, but the general quality of my voice is effective. And I said, good. I don't get the same boring you that I hear every day. Whenever you open your mouth, I hear you and you always sound the same. I'm sorry I get bored. Can you imagine a comedy routine that gives the same jokes over and over? The same delivery? So what you got to do is change the delivery. Now, I know this goes against all traditional warm-up, but typically we want to warm up the voice. That implies we have a warm atmosphere. We're drinking warm liquids. I met a vocal coach years ago, an opera singer, a phenomenal woman who just had a tremendous voice, and she used to alternate between hot and cold liquids. And I started to experiment with that. And I said, you know, I'm going to test this hypothesis and mess around with my body's circulation and see how my voice responds. Here's what always happens. Whenever you change your environmental conditions of your voice will respond in a way you least expect it. Now, here's the beautiful thing about that. When you get a surprise from your voice, it's usually a good one because you've now found a coordination you've never used before. And if you want to, you know, you've heard the saying, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always be what you've always been. So you got to do something different in order to get a different result. Because doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result is the definition of what? Insanity. So to avoid the insanity of just singing the same thing over and over, you want to create different qualities. Now, right now, I'm coming off about a 2-week cold. Even the cold is gone, but the lungs, I always just feel like I have this wanting to cough sensation. And I went in to record recently, and one of the producers I worked with, he says, man, I just love the quality of your voice. Why? Because it was vulnerable. So typically we say, get a nice warm atmosphere, at least room temperature, or even in a steam room or in the shower, and let that steam help moisten up your vocal cords to warm up. But as long as it doesn't hurt you physically, as long as you don't feel some sort of strain or pain, why not go outside in the freezing cold weather and sing light? Don't kill yourself. Don't do anything that doesn't feel comfortable. And then come in and see what your voice does differently. I did this over Halloween, and I'm going to do this through this Christmas, and I'm telling you the effects were dramatic, and I liked it. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's free vocal tip. Now imagine you or someone you love pulling out their Christmas stocking, and inside it feels heavy because it contains Singing Success, the #1 selling vocal training program in the world that will change your voice and change your life. Visit us today